Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to cybersecurity classes. It's a day two. Yesterday we discussed about all the components that are connected to CPU, and in laptop what are the devices that we connect from externally. Today let's see in the practical session what are the components will be there in CPU. Let's go through it. Here you can see this, it is a power supply unit. From here the voltage, the readings and everything will be there. From here the all the input power we are getting through these cables. Let's see the cables. These are the cables that we used to insert here itself in the slots. From here all the power supply is going to get from to the motherboard. These are the slots, PSU slots. PSU stands for power supply unit. And next we are going to discuss about the CMOS battery. CMOS battery, here we can see that CMOS battery in this region. CMOS battery, it gives the initial power supply to the motherboard. For example, you can shut down your system or laptop. The time will be run in background, and the OS to boot the OS to initially to get the power supply, CMOS battery supplies the power supply from here itself, from this battery. After coming to next, BIOS chip. Here you can see BIOS chip. What the BIOS chip does is, because initially it does the OS booting. All the OS it may be a Windows OS or Mac OS or Linux OS. After inserting a pen drive, we can directly boot the OS from in this BIOS chip. In our next class I will discuss about how we are going to insert the pen drive, and we will in Windows how to install the Windows OS, Linux OS, we used to discuss in further classes. Next, coming to these are the slots called RAM slots. Here you are going to insert the RAMs. Yesterday I shown you regarding the RAMs, how the RAM DDR1, DDR2, DDR3 will be there. Here the RAMs will be inserted in this region. After inserting the RAM, it will be directly compressed here itself, and it will be locked. Next, coming to core. This is a CPU where all the process is going to run here itself. This is the CPU slot. Here you can see that here we are going to insert the CPU. In this region, and we have to set it down, and there will be a lock system. Directly you can compress, and now it is in lock system, and there will be one liquid will be applied at the top of it, because of we are used to run the multitasks can be performed by CPU or laptops. The overheating issues will be there. It can be affect the process of our core. That's why we used to apply one liquid, and later we used to insert one cooling system. How the cooling system will be there, you can see here itself. It is a cooling system. It is a fan. Directly we used to insert through there is a screws. It will be inserted in the top of it. I am going to install for that. And these are the power cables that we used to give in power slots. Directly after turning on the CPU, it will be rotated. Here you can see the little bit of the liquid. It will be applied in between the cooling system and the CPU. Okay, next we are going to discuss about the north bridge. Where is the north bridge in the motherboard? North bridge is in between the memory, processor and the GPU card. These are the memory is nothing but RAM slots and core, and where is the graphics card. This is the graphics card slots. In between this there will be a north bridge will be there. This is the north bridge. You can see in this dimension. What is the function of north bridge? North bridge it is used to communicate high speed For example, it used to handle the high speed communication in between the CPU, memory and the graphics card. In these three, it is going to transfer the high speed of data. Transmission of communications will be happen. And next, coming to graphics card. Here you can see a slot where you used to insert the graphics card. Yesterday I shown you regarding the how graphics card will be there. The graphics card another end, it will port will be directly inserted here itself, and by externally we can directly add a dedicated graphics card we can use from outside. Okay, next coming to south bridge. South bridge will be near to PCI slot. It is a PCI slot. South bridge will be near to PCI slot. You can see here itself it is a PCI slot. Here you can see it. What the function of PCI slot is? PCI slot is going to function as a communication in between the output. For example, USB, SATA ports and everything. These are the transmission of data output will be there. This all things will be performed by a south bridge. Next come to PCI slot. It is a PCI slot. What is the function of PCI slot? PCI slot is used for for example, if you need one more graphics card, or if I need any other external card for that, I am going to directly use from this PCI slot. I am going to insert the another. I can directly connect from these ports. I can extend that. This is the advantage from the motherboards. Mostly some of the motherboards used to give more slots and some of doesn't have about it. And next coming to SATA cables. Yesterday I discussed about the SATA. It is the transmission of data in between the drivers and the motherboard. These are the SATA ports that you can see here itself. Let me see the SATA cable. Here you can see that it is a SATA cable, and it is directly inserted to SSD. Here you can see that SSD hard disk, it is a 500 GB and SATA 3.0 gigahertz per second. You can see the 5 voltage and amperes what you are getting, right? Directly it will be directly inserted here itself in this region. You can also connect the SATA cable with the HDD also. It is a dedicated HDD. You can see here itself there will be a magnet. Coil will be rotated when we are going to store any data. It is going to rotate and it consumes more power. And you can see this. It is a 146 GB. There are a few more ports here. You can see it. It is a printer port. In olden days we used to get the printer pin from here itself, and we used to get the printer output from here. And this is a BGMI port. Online streamings will be happen from here itself, and these are the USB slots. And here you can see that RJ45 slot. It can be used we used to insert the Ethernet cable and we can access the internet. Or we can also get the internet from the Wi-Fi NIC card should be there, or we should have an adapter. You can see here itself it is a TP-Link. We can get the TP-Link adapter and use to insert. It is just like a USB, a pen drive. You can directly insert in USB slot and you can access the internet from the TP-Link. These are the few things of motherboard and CPU, all the components inside the CPU. Thank you.